Welcome back to the show. This is a great story how I met my next guest as we're part of this email service in our neighborhood. I was looking for hangers of all things, instead of buying them, why not just, recycle somebody else's? So I reached out and this next guest, Karen Leslie, got back to me and said, I have some. And then she had a little gift pack waiting for me at the front door. She opened the door and said, oh, hi, Derek. And I said, oh, what's this lovely thing? She said, oh, well, I make my own candles and beauty products. I have an in-home studio. She gave me a tour and I said, well, you got to come on the show. So she is here right now. Karen Leslie joining me from Little White Lantern Candle and Bath. Welcome. Great to have you here.
Nice to be here.
This is what I love about Ottawa. You don't know me from a hole in the wall. You're like, come on into my home. Let me show you my home studio. I want you to tell everybody at home how this idea came to be, because it's a pretty cool story.
Yeah, well, it is. Way back, I'm a teacher by profession. And then I was in the fitness industry, but I became a healer, a reflexologist, which is working on feet to rebalance all the systems of the body, and an acupuncturist for detoxing, and therapeutic touch practitioner. So long story short, my ex-husband went into politics. It blew our marriage up, so I'm divorced. I don't know what to do. So I started the reflexology business. Got that all up and running. I was already making foot products like creams and salves and foot soaks. And then COVID came.
Right.
So I couldn't
shut down yourself like many industries.
Shut down the spa that I worked at, shut down my home studio. So my daughter-in-law had a couple of boxes of candle making supplies. She said, do you want to do that? I went back to school. I'm like, oh yeah, sure. I'll make a few candles. We love your candles. I have nothing to do. And then I loved it.
You did, eh?
I loved it. It was like, I love cooking and nearly started a jam business a long time ago. So this was formulating and scents and temperatures, and it's like baking, cooking, science, all in one.
It's much the same thing, right? And the nice thing too, there's an artistic side of it as well, and I imagine you have an artistic side of you, right?
Yes. So it covered all my bases to make me happy.
I love it.
And then I expanded, and I ended up owning 2 candle lines. So one is made with the Little White Lantern, are made with soy wax solely. My Little White Lantern is a more luxury line candle, and it's a coconut soya wax based with crackling wood wicks.
Right, yeah, we've got one lit right here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and this isn't something new, right? But I'm seeing more and more people use this kind of wood wick.
Yes,
right?
It started, this is an actual wood wick from the Wooden Wick Company, which is now called Makesy. They invented and trademarked the wood wick. So there's lots of dupes on the market. There's flat wooden ones that they make fire, but they don't make the crackling sound. But if it was quiet enough, you could actually...
You can hear it, for sure.
In the evening, I don't have a fireplace. In the evening, I light 1 or 2 of those, and it has the whole ambiance of like a fireplace, of the sound, the crackle, the snapping. So for 2 things in candles, it makes a wax pool faster.
Okay.
And then in candle making, you'll pick up a candle and it will have a cold throw, which means how does a candle smell? Just cold.
Yeah, it's very much aromatherapy.
That's right. And then in the hot throw is how much fragrance you'll smell in a room. So, if you have a 100-foot square living room, little candles will scent that. But the wood wick will throw the fragrance much further, much faster. So
I had no idea.
Yes.
That is so fascinating.
Yeah, and it's clean burning. So the great thing about the natural waxes I used, and the reason my daughter-in-law had started making it, was she was very worried about all the toxins that are in big box store candles, the ones you see for $5.99, and they're huge.
Yeah.
But they use paraffin wax, which is a petroleum-based wax, so it's not a renewable energy source.
Yeah.
It also off-gasses a lot of toxins. Synthetic fragrance oils are used. So, for example, I used to get asthma attacks from a certain large brand candle.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm allowed to say the name. The Yankee candles. I'd like this candle, and it's supposed to be cherry or something, but it smelled really chemically.
Right.
And then I have an asthma attack. So that was happening to my daughter-in-law. So the nature wax candles don't off-gas. Parabens,
and they're beautiful.
Yes.
I mean, at the same time, right? I mean, look at this particular one with the rose. I mean, it's almost like a 2-in-1 candle, right?
That's exactly what it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it really? Look at that.
That's called an
So
embed.
cool.
So you can remove, you can burn the wax if you, the rose if you want, but
You can also remove
you can also remove the rose and put it in a little organza bag, or put it in your drawer, and it'll scent your whole wardrobe or your closet. I had a woman order 10 of those without
That's
wicks.
a great idea.
For Christmas
All right.
gifts.
We got 2 minutes left because I want to get on to the other thing that you
Yeah.
do, and that is, these natural beauty and bath products. And you were just in Vancouver, was it?
Yes, I was
You have
at
to tell
the-
everybody at home quickly about that.
So I was at the Handmade Bath and Body Guild conference for the first one we've had in 3 years. But I'm affiliated, as you can see on my apron, with the Baraka Shea Butter company. It's a Canadian-owned family business based out of Vancouver Island, but mainly in Ghana.
Right.
So in Ghana, this man who was an eco-scientist, he decided that these women could earn really good living wages by processing the shea butters, cocoa butters, coconut oil, combo butters, and they would ship it to Canada and then spread it, disperse it and retail it throughout the world.
Right.
And it was a little tiny company when I started with them, and now they're growing really big.
Just amazing.
But they have a special butter called combo butter. You can see it's a really dark brown butter.
Yeah.
And it was from the African nutmeg tree, which was being clear cut for timber, which was a disaster for the cocoa shrubs
Of course.
in the ecosystem. So it has tons of healing ingredients. I sent them in a recipe for my lotion bar, and I won an award from them. So
congratulations.
this-
That's amazing. All right, 30 seconds here.
Yeah.
I want to also you've got these shower steamers that you sell. You've got DIY kits
Yeah.
as well, right?
Yeah.
I want to remind everybody, Heal the Power Lunch, right, which Catherine
Yes.
Landry's put out. You're going to be there
I'm
along with
gonna be there.
an array of female-owned businesses.
Yes.
That, again, is happening March the 7th at the NAC from 12 to 3 p.m. And if you want to find out more about what Karen does, you can visit littlewhitelantern.ca and cabinfevercandles.ca. We'll be
Yes.
back with more right after this.
Thanks.